Well, first off, I've got to say I really love the term revenue leak. It reminds me in the retail world, they have a term called shrinkage. And so when inventory, they don't get enough turns and inventory goes out the door, their inventory shrink. It's the same thing, but in the sales capacity. So revenue leak is something that absolutely keeps me up at night and terrifies me. And the way in which you derive some of that is, you have your slipped deals, your renewals, your churning customers, or you're seeing downsells and downgrades, which certainly impact your net retention rates in the forthcoming years. You also just need a single source of truth. And so when you don't have that single source of truth, you have more apt to have that revenue leakage, if you will, or shrinkage within the revenue means. So being able to have something like Clari really allows me to limit some of those manual issues that we've come across before. So now I have a single source of truth. I have less propensity for deals slipping, which means that those deals aren't pushing out into outward quarters, so that my forecast accuracy becomes much more perfect, more accurate for that matter. The other thing that I love is that it helps me with my discounting structure. And so I think every sales leader always struggles with consistency within the discounting model. And so sellers in the field will just arbitrarily do some sort of discount on their own when you try to put some sort of gates or barriers in place. So now I can say, hey, sellers, you can discount up to this amount, and then we can create stair steps all the way up to normal discounting structure. Before, there was no real great repository for it. No one knew the historical pricing as much. Nobody had a sense of, is this the right pricing? So when you think about your downsells, your downgrades, your churns, your source of truth, non-standard pricing or lack of an accuracy or consistency in that pricing, it just kind of helps me tie all of that together so that I have much more confidence in the fact that I've got a much better tight-knit control around those aspects of the business. Because when you don't have a good control on those, you then will have that revenue leak or shrinkage. And so when you go back and try and sum some of the numbers at the end of the year for things like that, it has real world impact on the revenue that you probably could have hit as opposed to what you actually did. And it tremendously impacts your ability to meet your annual operating plan.